Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Origins of Expressions. Ever been so knee-deep in the details that you forgot why you even started something in the first place? Maybe you spent hours color-coding a spreadsheet only to realize the entire budget was off by thousands. Whoopsies. Well, congratulations. You've just experienced the age-old idiom, can't see the forest through the trees. It's like focusing so intently on frosting the cupcakes that you forgot you're supposed to be catering a whole wedding. This phrase is nature's way of telling us to zoom out, breathe in, and maybe stop obsessing over that one tree when there's an entire majestic forest waiting for your attention. Well, let's peer into this forest and find out where this saying sprouted from. This phrase didn't just sprout up overnight. It's been growing for centuries. Can't see the forest through the trees has some deep historical roots. The concept dates back centuries and even has a Teutonic twist. In German, the phrase goes,
Den Wald vor lauter Bäumen nicht sehen.
which translates directly to not seeing the forest because of all the trees. It first branched into English thanks to none other than Sir Thomas More in his 1533 works. During a theological tongue-lashing, More used the phrase to criticize an opponent's myopic views. Ooh, burn, 16th century style. Okay, let's fast forward to 1546, and the ever-quotable John Hayward included a variation in his Proverbs collection. It reads, I see ye cannot see the woods for trees. Let's say the idiom's bark hasn't changed much since then, though its spelling has, thankfully. So what does it mean? At its core, the idiom warns us about the dangers of tunnel vision. When you can't see the forest through the trees, you're so bogged down by details that you lose sight of the bigger picture. It's a person obsessing over fonts in a business presentation while forgetting the key message. Or it's the students perfecting the title page of their essay instead of writing the actual essay. Or maybe it's also every perfectionist's worst and most common trap. The idiom reminds us that details matter, but only when they support the broader goal. Focus too much on minute and you may miss the big, beautiful mural because you're polishing a single tile. This timeless idiom hasn't gone extinct. It has just gotten a modern makeover. Today, Teddy Swim's soulful ballad, Lose Control, for instance, in the song, he croons about being caught up in the intensity of a relationship, losing grip on the broader emotional toll. That's a lyrical forest for the trees moment in there if I ever saw one. You'll hear the phrase pop up in everything from TED Talks to television shows. In the business drama like Suits, characters constantly fixate on minor legal tactics and overlook the company's long-term strategy. Even in romantic movies, our hero or heroine often miss Mr. or Mrs. Right because they're too hung up on the wrong checklist. You might hear someone use the full phrase, or they might just even shorten it up to say, hey, you're obsessing. But the original phrase is still used today. So how can you use this phrase today? Here's a few examples. He was so caught up in making the presentation look perfect that he didn't realize he was missing the entire point. He really couldn't see the forest through the trees. I know you're stressed out about the guest list, but don't forget why we're even throwing this wedding. Don't lose the forest through the trees. Whether spoken in boardrooms or brunches, the phrase is still alive and well, and often used to gently remind someone to take a step back before they turn their project into a Pinterest board of despair. So in the end, can't see the forest through the trees is more than a charming phrase. It's a life lesson dressed up in metaphorical greenery. It's telling us to embrace perspective, to remember the why behind the what, and to sometimes stop pruning one branch so we can appreciate the whole wooded wonderland. Next time you find yourself agonizing over the shade of blue on a flyer you're creating, or editing a text message for the 12th time, pause, take a breath, look around. There's a forest out there, and it's full of potential, opportunities, and yes, probably a few squirrels too. Well, that's the information that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed learning about the origins of our phrases. If you did, I would love to have you subscribe. It's quick and easy, and I would really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, quick question before you go. Do you know any idioms or phrases that you would like to learn about? I would love to see them in the comments below. Thank you again for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate your support. Until next time, bye!